Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Sadia Education Wali. I am a student at Rehan College Korangi Campus and currently I am enrolled in Teacher Training Bootcamp 1. So today we will talk with ChatGPT. Our topic is how less can lead to more. So let's start.
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to work.
Hello ChatGPT. My name is Sadia Education Wali. Today our topic is how less can lead to more.
Great topic. How less can really lead to more in all sorts of ways, whether it's simplifying your life, being more intentional, or even just focusing on fewer things to get more impact. What angle were you thinking about? Like personal habits, business, or
Okay, ChatGPT. So my first question is, what does the phrase "less can lead to more" mean?
That's a great question. The phrase less can lead to more is really about the idea that simplifying, removing excess, or focusing on what's essential can actually make things more effective, more meaningful, or even more satisfying. It's often used in design, lifestyle, or productivity contexts, basically saying that doing less but better can create more impact.
Okay, so my next question is, how can owning favor passion improve your
Of
life?
course, if you think about it, it kind of pushes back against that idea that we always need more stuff or more busyness. Instead, it's saying, hey, if we just strip things down to what really matters, we often get better results or a deeper sense of fulfillment. It's pretty powerful.
Okay, so how,
Yeah,
why it,
absolutely. And
why
I think it
is
resonates in a lot
simplicity
of
often
areas,
linked
whether
to
it's just,
happiness?
I see. If you have a link you wanted to share, just go ahead and drop it, and I can take a look at what it's about or help with whatever you need. What's the link about?
Okay, so ChatGPT, how can favor commitments reduce stress?
Got it. So, one big way is by really focusing on what matters most, like simplifying your daily tasks or commitments and cutting out things that don't align with your core goals. Also, having less stuff or fewer distractions means you have more mental space. So, it helps you feel calmer and more in control.
Okay, ChatGPT. So, why is quality often better than quantity?
That's a great follow up. So, quality often outshines quantity because when you have fewer but higher quality things, whether it's work, relationships, or even possessions, each one tends to be more meaningful, longer lasting, and more effective. So, in the end, it really just delivers more value.
Okay, ChatGPT. So, how can using favors word make communication more effective?
Exactly. When communication is high quality, even if it's less frequent, it tends to be clearer, more intentional, and more impactful. So, fewer misunderstandings, stronger connections, and overall just a more positive exchange, right?
Okay, so what? How does calculating your space improve focus? Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, how can using how does decluttering of your space improving focus?
That's a really interesting one. So, when you declutter your space, you reduce visual distractions, and that helps calm your mind. And in turn, you can direct more mental energy toward the task at hand. So, just having a clear, simple environment often boosts focus and productivity because your brain isn't constantly trying to filter out clutter.
Okay, so what are the benefit of a minimalist lifestyle? Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, how can eating less
Yeah,
unhealthy food improve your health?
definitely. Eating less unhealthy food means you're reducing things like excess sugar, processed ingredients, and unhealthy fats. And that often leads to better energy levels, improved mood, and a lower risk of things like heart disease or diabetes. So even small changes can make a big difference.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So, why do some successful people prefer simple lifestyle?
Yeah, that's a great point. A lot of times, people who simplify their lives say it reduces stress and decision fatigue. By having fewer possessions, commitments, or distractions, they feel freer, more focused, and they often have more time for what truly matters to them.
Okay, so how can limiting screen time improve mental well-being?
Exactly. And that kind of simplicity can really boost a sense of calm and clarity, which is huge for mental well being. So it's not just about material stuff, it's about space for peace and balance.
Okay, so what role does
Yeah.
self-discipline play in living with less?
That's a big one. Self discipline is really key because it helps you stick to those simplified choices, like resisting the urge to accumulate more stuff or sticking to healthy habits. Without self discipline, it's easy to slip back in old patterns, but with it, minimalism really sticks.
Okay, how can reducing waste help the environment?
Yeah, that's a great connection. When we consume less, we naturally reduce waste, lower our demand for resources, and cut down on things like production emissions. So by buying fewer, better things, we have a smaller environmental footprint. Basically, it's a more sustainable path.
Okay, so Zipati, so my next question is, can working fewer hours sometimes increase productivity? Explain.
Yeah, it can. If you're working fewer hours but staying really focused, you often get better quality work in less time. It kind of forces you to cut out distractions and be more intentional. Plus, a good work life balance actually keeps you energized and avoids burnout.
Okay, so Zipati, so what are some real life example where less leads to more?
Yeah, exactly. So it's really about working smarter rather than just longer. And that balance often leads to more sustainable success in the long run.
Okay, ChatGPT. So, do you think
Of
less
course,
is
if
more
you have any more
applies
questions
to
or anything else you're
education,
curious
business,
about, just
or
let me know.
art? Why? ChatGPT. Do you think less is more applies to education, business, or art? Why?
Oh, absolutely. In education, for instance, focusing on fewer, deeper topics often leads to better understanding. In business, it's like streamlining processes. Fewer, more essential steps can boost efficiency. And in art, minimalism often creates a really powerful, focused impact. So it applies across the board.
Okay, so my last question is, what lesson can you learn from the idea that less can lead to more?
Yeah, that's a great wrap up. I think one key lesson is that we don't need to chase after constant growth or more stuff to be fulfilled. Instead, by choosing less clutter, less distraction, less overcommitment, we create space for more meaning, more focus, and just a richer experience of life.
Okay, thank you so much, ChatGPT, for your valuable insight. Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad I could help. Take care, and if you ever have more questions, just reach out. Allah Hafiz.
Okay, thank you so much, all of you guys, for listening me and watching me. Allah Hafiz.